What we're going to show you this morning is our new auto transfer system. So its main features are a 10-cycle transfer or a 3-second transfer depending upon the device we put in our switchgear to operate. We are using a touch screen for all the control and status of the device. This was designed as a very straightforward platform and intuitive, so most any person can come up to it and learn how to operate this system within 5 minutes. What we're showing now is the touchscreen panel where we have all of our control for the auto transfer. The screen you're seeing now is the status screen, and it shows you the complete status of your auto transfer system. If we go across the top, we'll see source 1 is preferred, and we illuminate it, and it also says source 1 preferred. We go over to source 2. Source 2 is the alternate, and we do not light the alternate, so you know which source is preferred by it being written as preferred and also being lit. If we go below source 1 preferred, you'll see voltages of source 1. It's showing the primary voltages, and you can see the voltages going up and down, but we're within range on all 3 phases. We go to source 2, we have the same layout with phase A, B, C, and showing the primary voltages. You'll notice they come down via line diagram, and we show source 1 switch is closed, source 2 switch is open. So we are now feeding at this time from source 1 through our closed switch and out to our load. We have load currents we show. So when you're looking at the status screen, you can see voltages on both your sources, whether you have them or don't have them. You can see your load currents on your load, and you can see the status of your switches. Now if we go to the center box, we see the system state. The system state right now is in automatic, and the transition is a return transition. A return transition means that when we lose voltage on our preferred source, we will transfer to our alternate source. When voltage is restored to our preferred source, we will return to that source after a predetermined set time, which is user selectable. Look at the bottom menu, and it shows all the screens we have on this panel view. We have the status screen that you're looking at now will not be lit when you're on that screen, but it shows the screens that are not lit at this time. Switch control, your settings for your automatic, your screen 1 setting, which is the parameters for voltage pickup, dropout, verification timer, etc. Source 2, the same settings as source 1, and then fault blocking settings, and then we have an event log, which records all the actions that the device has taken for the last 45 operations. Let's go to the switch control screen now. I accomplished that just by pushing on the button. Everything is a touch cell here, and you just touch it for it to change state. This is the switch control. You can see source 1 is closed, and I have an open push button right next to be able to push to open it. If you go to source 2, it says source 2 is open, and I have a closed button where I could close it. You'll notice my system state button is in automatic. So with it being an automatic, I cannot open or close the switches right now. It's all running automatically. To operate it manually, I would simply push on the button, the device changes to manual, and now I can operate one of the switches. I'll operate source 1 open right now by just touching the button. And now we see the system state has changed. It's showing source 1 is open, source 2 is open. And if we go back to the main screen, you'll see both our switches are open now. It shows we are in a manual state. So all the information of what's happening with the auto transfer is always on the main status screen. So if you ever need to know where you are, you can always refer back to it.